You're listening to the Gentleman's Corner Podcast, where two men are on a quest to rule the world. Tune in every Monday for a new episode.
Welcome again to the Gentleman's Corner Podcast with another great episode. Are we on? We're on number 4, right?
Yes, I do believe so. I lost count.
Nice. Well, I certainly have been keeping count of all the beer I've been drinking for every episode, but
Are you cutting out again or anything? Is my... We're not cutting out, are we?
No, I don't think we're cutting out.
Okay.
Am I cutting out?
No, I might have just had a weird internet blurb for a quick second. The internet here is not the best.
No, I wouldn't imagine. No, probably not where you're at.
No, definitely not here.
Well, it was certainly it certainly wasn't any better the other day. Having no power. I don't know about you.
Oh man, that was so unexpected.
That was such a that was like a mini tornado that hit us.
For about 10 minutes.
Yeah, it was literally like just sopping water. I don't even know how much it was. I remember seeing, I live in like a basement apartment. I looked out the window and I saw like a river going down my window. I was a little nervous, like water was going to seep through the window there.
It was nuts. We were just coming out of Sobeys and I got some sprinkles in my face. I'm like, oh, this isn't bad. A little light shower. And by 50 meters out of Sobeys, halfway to the car, it just started hailing and friggin' all hell let loose.
Yeah, no, it was fucking horrible. And then the power went out, and then I came to your rescue like a little later. I was actually at a friend's house. He had power, so I went there, and it was his birthday, and we were just chilling.
Nice.
And then I got your call.
Yeah, my call of help.
For your poor Audi.
Man, so our tree in front of our house got struck by lightning. I found that out while doing some deep investigation. There's some decent burn marks on the tree.
I bet you were shocked.
Very funny, Kyle.
That's what gets the views.
Oh yeah, the
yeah, go on. Yeah.
But yeah, that was just unexpected. Pull in the driveway and see a big part of a tree over the car. And I mean, if we didn't go grocery shopping, both of our vehicles would have been completely wrecked. Because, that's Mother Nature.
It was a blessing and a curse.
At the same time, yeah.
And with insurance, do they treat it as like an act of God? Have they gotten back to you on that or what?
Yeah, so for the Audi, they're treating it that way. But I guess she misunderstood what I claimed for the Mazda. And she's trying to say that it's a single vehicle collision, which is not, because debris hit my car. I didn't go running into any trees. So now I have to go take it to the dealership of their choice or whatever, and they have to see if they trust me and pretty much make their statement.
They're essentially saying you're lying.
Pretty much.
What the fuck? You took pictures of like the tree on the car.
Oh yeah.
Before like we took it off.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. What fucking stingy man. Insurance companies are all like that though.
Dude, they're the worst.
Oh, they're
not here to help you. They're just here to take your money. No.
Well, I'm not sure if they're going to like lose money or something like that. I don't think it works that kind of way. Like, that'd be funny if it was like an opposite effect, like commission, but you lose commission. The more money you don't have to spend on this person, the more money you get back in your pocket. That'd be kind of a fucked way to do things.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, I've dealt with insurance companies before, and I've never had a good experience. It's like dealing with lawyers. I've never had a good experience. Oh, looks like we actually lost our buddy there. We're having a bit of technical difficulties. I'm going to see if he can join back up. Yeah. I guess this is going to be a lone episode where I'm going to host everything, and I don't need him. I don't need no partner or anything like that. And we're going to be just fine without him. Actually, no. He's half the entertainment, and we need him back. And I think he's about to come there. Still talking. So yeah, at least I got my beer to keep me company right now. There you are.
Oh my God, what happened?
I don't know. I was keeping the crowd kind of entertained and went a little
Well,
quiet.
I wasn't sure what was recording what, because
Well, I saw you were up. You were up there with how we do it here.
No, I was here. It just disappeared for a quick second. I hope everything's still fine.
Oh yeah, I think it's all good.
Yep, just technical difficulties.
Technical difficulties. Yeah, I tried to keep the crowd a little entertained. I told them I didn't really need you. I thought I could do this all alone, and all I need is my beer, and I'm fine.
All right, Kyle. Well, that was a good chat. I guess
good chat
for the rest of the hour.
Yeah. Okay. See you later.
That was good.
Please don't go. Please. I need you. So at least this is starting off interesting. At least we didn't lose power, because we're actually doing this episode like a day, a little later than what we would usually do before upload and all that, because of my power outage. I had no power for 3 fucking days.
Jesus.
And that was fucking horrible.
And I thought having maybe 2-3 hours of no power, I thought that was bad enough.
Oh man, your power came on like that night.
Yeah, we're connected to we're close to the hospital.
Oh, okay.
So our power gets back on fairly quick. Priorities. Oh yeah, white privilege.
I guess so. You're not even that white.
No.
Although you're not gonna. I don't know whenever you're gonna show yourself, but you're not exactly the whitest person I know.
I think. Well, as an immigrant, I think you almost have me beat for the mocha skin color.
I guess so. A lot of people have told me I'm like very ambiguous with my race. Yeah, I don't know if that's like a pro or a con. I tend not to really think too hard about that. But yeah, no, I had no power for like 3 fucking days, and I actually, well, you know what? I really wanted to try my generator, so it was a really good time to do it.
Yeah, I've been looking to see what stuff's out there for generators and inverters, but they're just a bit pricey at the moment. Yeah, they're inverters. Like when I got that inverter, I got a Champion 2000 watt, and I was really looking for a Honda one because I've heard nothing but great things about Honda generators, and especially their inverters. And I know even the Canadian military uses like Honda generators and Honda pumps and all that kind of crap. So if you got a bunch of army tools, just beating the crap out of them, never maintaining them, and they're just, getting abused, then I think, and they continue working, then I think they're probably a good product. So I was looking for those, and I found the Champion, and I saw a couple of reviews online, and a lot of people are stating that they're pretty well identical, especially if you take them apart. So there's one guy that took them apart, and actually, like the Honda generator and the Champion generator have a lot of similar parts, and the price difference is pretty big. Yeah, like a lot of parts inside them are made in China, and they're exactly identical. Now, not everything, especially the motor. The motor is different between the Champion. Champion has their brand, and Honda has their brand, but everything else is identical. Yeah, so, I kind of said it was on sale. The reviews were pretty well identically the same when it came to like having a 4.8 rating out of 5. And I said, you know what, I'm going to go for it. And it was a great investment. I ran that thing for almost 3 days straight, gave it a break here and there, but I didn't even think I had to do that. And it powered everything I wanted. Like, I was still playing on my PS4 with a 55-inch TV, powering the internet, and the dehumidifier, and charging a bunch of things. I'm trying to think if I even ran. I think I even ran, I remember
Yeah, I ran the coffee machine once, but I unplugged some things just in case. I didn't want to like turn it off because I had the switch, and if it turns off, then I have to go outside and then re-switch it. So I didn't feel like doing that. But yeah, I was grateful. I had that.
How's your ice machine making it?
Oh man, you got to get one of those. So if you're wondering what the hell he's talking about, I actually got an ice machine at Costco that you actually recommended to me.
I did.
And we went there, and I remember you telling me I got to get one too. We went there, and there was only one left, and I took it right away because you were very iffy on it, especially with maybe your partner being like, "No, we don't need that." And my partner was the exact same way, and but she started using it the last couple days, and she loves it. She loves it now. Like there's no regret. I have no regrets about buying that. You still there?
Hello?
Hello? Are you still there?
Yeah, we're just, it's cutting out a little bit again.
Oh, okay. We're just having a hell of a time tonight, aren't we?
Freaking Walmart Wi-Fi right here.
Walmart Wi-Fi. Well, I know you're not home. I'm not gonna say where, but I know you're not home and you're not enjoying your super fast Bell fiber op.
No, this is I don't even know. I'll do a quick speed test just to see what I'm working with here.
Yeah, let's see what you're working with here, so people can understand that we're having some Wi-Fi issues right now. I'll try to I won't overspeak you, but I know you're going to have a hard time probably trying to hear what I'm trying to say.
We just got to take it slow.
Raj,
and it catches up, I guess.
Raj, this is going to be the episode of technical difficulties, and hopefully our audience understanding and appreciating the time and effort it gets to these levels and trying to get these things done and powering through all these stupid inconveniences.
So I currently got, it's not bad. It could be worse. It's 78.9 download and 8.7 upload.
Damn.
With
that's not too bad.
21 millisecond latency. It's not horrible. I've definitely worked with worse, but in this day and age.
Oh yeah, we're in this day and age, a lot of other programs and stuff are like more reliant on everything else being used. I think that's a good word for it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No. Well, I'm trying to think of what kind of games could you play on those like shitty Wi-Fi? I remember when I was like working security at a very small mall downtown, and I do the night shifts, and of course, those are pretty fucking boring, and there's not a lot to do, and the only Wi-Fi I had was like from a second cup, so I couldn't really play anything like Call of Duty or anything like that on the laptop. Not saying you should be playing games while at work, but when you're alone in a giant building, but a very small mall, they rented everything up above. That wasn't really that wasn't stores. You have to like find games that use very minimal internet, turn-based stuff like that. And here's a good thing. So have you ever played like Facebook games?
Oh yeah.
That's what I really got into. I remember one, it was like Farm Villa or something.
Oh, yeah. I always got invited to those, but I just always kept declining or muting them.
That's a big thing now that I don't see as often. Like, you've been invited to the cube, the 8 cube game or something like that, or pool ball or the farm thing, or like counting chickens.
Well, my coworker at work, he always plays Facebook games. Every time I walk by, he has like this Facebook poker and slot machine and
the gambling ones.
Whatever else you can think of. Facebook.
You don't even like win real things with those. Like I'm not even sure like the joy of like. I understand like maybe playing poker online, but you're not for real money. But you have like I don't know so much gold, and if you lose it all, then you just reset. But the goal is not to fail, of course, right? I don't understand like those kinds of other gambling games that have like no real bet to them. It's not something I would probably ever get into.
I guess it's a safe environment to try out your gambling, but it's just not my go-to.
Not your go-to. You're not much of a risk taker, I think.
Not gambling wise. I'd rather keep what I make than. I'm not saying people don't make money off of gambling. What's his name? Dan Blazarian. I think that's how you say his name.
Yeah.
Yeah, he made his life off of gambling and still makes a fortune.
Oh yeah. Well, you gotta know the game. Like that is your life. Like when I think of people getting up to that kind of a level, they're playing with the big leagues, and that goes for like even video game world, and that goes for sports. Like the video game where you need to be the best of the best at that one game, even if it's like a super simple game.
Mm-hmm.
The same with chess. Like to make money in certain aspects like that. In sports, like you need to be the best, but you can still make a lot of money being really good. You're not going to make top tier money, but you're going to make quite a bit of money. Like still some NHL hockey players are still making $500,000 to $800,000 a season, and they're not even, alpha of the team.
Yep.
They're not making the millions, but they're still making a ton of money. And that's a big thing in like the fighting arena too. Like UFC, they're having like huge debates now with what their fighters get for money, and they're comparing it to like other fighting leagues. And that's interesting because the competition for like the UFC, there's not much of anything competitive. And with boxing, there's so many other organizations that will take all kinds of fighters. And, that's good for competition because it gives them money.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Did you do judo?
No, jiu-jitsu for a bit. Well, I kind of can't right now because of the pandemic, but
I can't be touching each other,
Oh,
jiu-jitsu. Yeah, I knew you did something like that. You could probably kick my ass.
We could try.
I
think you should definitely come with me next time they open up, because they do like the whole MMA. It's like an MMA gym.
Okay. No, like the only fighting I ever learned was a couple of the bar fights I've been in that were extremely stupid and not worth it. Maybe we'll talk about that another night when we're not having so many technical difficulties, because they're kind of funny and I want to make sure they're heard. But a couple bar fights and wrestling in high school. That was about all the fighting I've ever learned or did.
Yeah,
so
no,
I'm not like the toughest cookie out there. Like,
wrestling's big though. That's like half of jiu-jitsu, just without choking each other out.
Well, my view on like fighting for myself is like I'm not generally overly tall. My arm length isn't overly long. I wouldn't even say it's average. It's probably shorter. Not sure if I raised my hands in the video to see if people wanted to generally see how long my arms are, but they're probably gonna not be able to really figure it out. But I heard wrestling was really good for that because you needed stocky arms, stocky body, and I heard that was really good in the wrestling sport. And I heard it was pretty good in judo as well. I have a friend, really good judo fighter. He should have went to the Olympics, I really think. His coaches were pushing him for it, but he was tired of damaging his back, unfortunately. So I always laughed. I was like, weren't you taught how to land? And he's like, well, you don't land every time perfectly. So he said, unfortunately, he got he got thrown around a couple bad times and didn't land properly.
Yeah, but I think judo would be pretty fun too.
Yeah, I went to a couple sessions to kind of try it out. Mm-hmm. Definitely, my cardio needs to be worked on. I wouldn't say it was like recently, but it was about a year ago. My cardio was shit. All I did was strength training. Like, I prefer that stuff. It's good to
have a mixture of both, or else, I mean, you can lift a lot of shit and pick stuff up and put them down, but That's really not going to be too helpful when it comes to the majority of tasks in life.
No, like a lot of it is like you need either cardio or muscle endurance.
Oh,
Very
muscle endurance is
rarely,
huge.
yeah, very rarely you just need like a gorilla like myself. Well, there's been a couple occasions like they just needed something extremely heavy lifted. And I think that's the nice thing about learning how to deadlift properly, is so you don't pull the hell out of your back.
Oh, and you got short legs, so you're able to maybe 800 pounds if you keep working to it.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I forget my maxes. I haven't been to the gym in quite a few months. Like all my workouts have been body weight workouts.
Man,
and
you
I've
gotta
been
come
running.
over. I just bought some bumper plates the other day. I sold all my Steelies just so I can keep it a little bit quieter around the house.
I used to go to, I'm not sure if I talked about this before, but I used to go to my friend's home gym and Stazzy, and I go in his basement. Now he still lived at his parents, and I go in the basement. They had a little gym there, and I used to wake up for 5. I get there for about 5:30, 5:40. I was really slow getting up, trust me, because he was only 10 minutes away. I get there, I'd work out until about 7 o'clock. Then I'd take a shower at his place, his parents' basement place. Then I would leave and head to work. I used to do that all the time. I remember at the time my partner worked nights, so it was the best time for me to kind of spend time with her, and then as well as get what I needed done in the morning. And I heard a lot of like inspirational people talk about like everything should be done in the morning and early as possible. And I wanted to kind of keep that motivation going for me. So it was an interesting experience. I did that for about a solid 6 months. And it was really eye-opening to me for how much more productive you can be as a person and goal setting if you do things a lot earlier in the morning. I know it sounds really stupid, and it sounds like it's generally like a lot of people say it, and I never understood it until then. Now we're getting like inspirational quotes here from the Gentleman's Corner podcast about working out early in the morning. But anyways, what his parents used to say to their other friends, and they were Russian family. I went upstairs, and they were their parents were having a little get together with some friends, and they offered me a shot of vodka. So I said sure, had a shot of vodka, and they laughed at me and said, he's the one that runs in the morning. Oh, you're the ones that annoy them at 5:30 in the morning. So that was really interesting, and a good time as well. Yeah. After I have a couple drinks of my beer. So yeah, as he's trying to figure that out, we're having another technical difficulty, unfortunately. It's just not a good night for us, I guess. We're trying to keep this going. We're trying to keep our episodes up every Monday. That's why we're pushing through this. And I'm really happy if you're still here and you're sticking through. I really appreciate it. I know he really appreciates it, and the show really appreciates it. Yeah.
Hello?
Oh, good day. Welcome back to the show.
Holy, I think I just had a little power nap right there.
Oh, no, it's all okay.
Man.
Don't worry. The audience will see the technical difficulties that they probably already just saw. But yeah,
It's
I was
a
kind
full night
of.
of adventures.
Oh yeah, definitely. I kind of forget where we were. I went to pour a little more beer in the mug here. I know we were talking about. I was talking about working out at my buddy's house. I already finished that story, but yes, I need to come to your place sometime.
You do.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Yeah, I know we're like thrown really off right now with all these issues we're having.
Yeah, it's might not be the best.
It's just this is gonna be the worst episode we've had, but that's okay.
That's all that matters.
You know what? You know what we should talk about?
What's that?
The struggles of YouTube. The struggles of YouTube and the struggles of being committed every week on one video, let alone people that do it every fucking day.
Dude, I could not imagine. Like, the amount of work we do for this is minimal to even a vlog. Like, editing is minimal. We mostly just have to wait for the upload time.
Like, hats off to those people. I never saw myself as a person that would vlog, but my partner used to watch them all the time. I don't even remember half of them because there's so many vloggers out there. And it was a big thing on YouTube.
I remember watching Casey Neistat. He used to be on a vlogging streak forever now, and he's a pretty entertaining. I know you don't like him because he's got a big nose or whatever.
I don't remember. I remember when you first showed me, I said something like, "Man, that guy's got a big nose."
Yeah,
that was like the first thing. Yeah,
but yeah, I just couldn't imagine. Like, he does like the B-roll, he does the drone stuff. Like, that's so much work and editing and creativity to come up with something like that. Like, pretty much tell the story of what you're doing. Even if it's a lot of time.
Well, like, people at his level though are making a lot of money, so it's really worth their time. But in the beginning of everything, it's hard to justify because you're making next to it's not like we're making any money. We haven't made a cent. We've actually we're in the hole. We're in the fucking hole for this, but that's okay. It's worth it because it's fun, right?
Oh yeah,
I think that's the biggest thing I'm learning already is like if you're not having fun with the content you're making, then it's not going to be good quality.
No, definitely. And people know when you're not being yourself or being truthful when you're producing something.
Oh yeah. No, they know, and they know you're just doing like a trendy thing or you're being a tryhard
video where everyone's like, "Hey everybody, like welcome to my amazing life today on my daily vlog. We're going to go skydiving." You know, I do that once every 2 days.
People are just, I just imagine people just, oh my God, he's doing it. Oh, just jacking off.
Yeah. Like that's just a little crazy.
Yeah. And it's funny because vlogging life, you see a lot of it in like, you don't see the behind the scenes. You don't see like the domestic abuse, or you don't see like the really creepy stuff that happens in the background. And because you think their life is perfect. Like, oh, they vlog their day every day. And you hear some vloggers kind of come out, and you hear some vloggers that get caught maybe doing shameful things, and then their career just goes right down the drain because it's really based on. It's not even based on YouTube as a company saying, "Oh, we don't like that. We're going to shut you down." No, it's strictly based on the viewers.
Speaking of creepy, did you see the new documentary on Netflix about Jeffrey Epstein?
Oh shit! No, I haven't.
I think I don't know what it's called. But
I feel like I gotta watch it first.
And holy, it gets pretty deep.
Okay, I'm gonna watch it. I'll watch it this week for our next episode. We'll definitely talk about it.
Yeah, it's called Jeffrey Epstein, Filthy Rich. And
okay, you should send that to me.
All the little secrets he kept and the dirty stuff that he did. Very, very horrible stuff.
Oh man, you never see the background of those kinds of people, especially people with lots of money and power. No. It's kind of like you know, I'm not saying it's true because I don't want to get shot out of nowhere, because probably the moment I'm going to say this, I'm going to be kidnapped and killed in a hot tub.
Yeah.
Hillary Clinton or the Clintons with like them being part of a sex ring of pedophiles. Like there's stuff like that, and those things get in like conspiracy. Maybe those are a lot bigger than what we're talking about, but like I said, like it's interesting to see vloggers play their part and only show you the good things, and it's interesting when they come to realization with people saying like, look, we need to talk, and those are such like clickbait shit.
Oh yeah, everything's clickbait now. I mean, our titles for YouTube, they're not anything crazy, but it's not like the whole conversation is about the title. It's hard to put a whole hour's worth of conversation, but even so, we're still trying to get something that
a main topic that we were talking about.
Yeah, somebody that would read
funny.
it would be like, "Oh, that's funny," or "That's cool."
I feel like a good clickbait would be like for us if it was later and we had some kind of a following would be we separate.
Oh yeah,
episode fucking 212.
Dude, it's so bad. Like there's just for anything, I was watching this like moto vlogger, and he put like whatever 200 miles an hour or something insane, and then he just talked about it. So like I click a video because I want to see something interesting, not because
No, so it's bad, especially for vloggers, because they have to keep the audience clicking about 7 days a week. Some vloggers are fully committed and they have records. There's one, he's in a band, and I believe he's a drummer, and he's a vlogger he has like a world record for longest vlogger, and he's been on YouTube since like the dawn of time, like before Google grabbed it. And it's funny enough because I have an account that's older than when Google grabbed it, because I still use a Hotmail account as a YouTube account. That's how old mine is, because I think, and I'm pretty sure, you have to make a Gmail account.
Yeah, for anything though. Even just logging in to purchase something, it's like, create an account or just log in with Google. If you want to, YouTube, you got to have Google. I don't know what else, but Google's taking over.
Yep. Google's taking over, man. Conspiracy.
But the funny thing is, for schools or even the military, they trust Microsoft for their teams to have chats and not Google Classroom.
Well, they were highly reliant on, was it called Zoom?
Yeah, but that was just
that was a big shit show after a while. Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, they're like, well, it says encrypted in the corner. Well, it doesn't mean shit. If you talk to a programmer, luckily I have a friend. He's a programmer. He was like, yeah, that doesn't mean shit. That could just say it's on. It's encrypted now. It's fine. No, it's probably fucking not. Especially with like something that's free.
Oh,
right. If there's no revenue, probably the security on that thing is fucking useless.
Yeah. Same with I see ads for VPNs, and they say, a whole lifetime subscription down to $40, just a one-time payment.
Yeah.
I feel like you'd be spied on more than actually have anything private using that.
Well, the only reason I think people use VPNs, it's not for like, I use it for, security on my phone. No, you fucking don't. You use it to find like shit from Russia. I think like
depends. I find if I'm at work and I need if I go on Cabela's, for example, I believe that's blocked.
That's true. Yeah, I've done that too. Well, I can't complain because I use a VPN. I use NordVPN. And no, we're not fucking sponsored, if you're all wondering, because everyone else is sponsored on YouTube, but by Nord, we are not.
No, I actually gave it a try, and just for the trial, I don't feel like paying a monthly fee for that yet, but I really liked it. I find it gives you a lot of options for where to connect.
I like it too. I have a 3-year subscription with them. I found a deal from a fucking YouTuber, so ironically, and I like it. I like it for that reason too. And the only other reason I particularly like it is because a lot of things I want to search up, particularly, I want to get it from the States. I don't want to get it from, Canada or, I don't want it in fucking Russian. I don't need to have it in Russian, but it's nice to find different information posted in other countries because different posts on Google can be dictated by what country you're in, which is kind of funny. And even though NordVPN doesn't offer like all 50 states, but you choose the US and hopefully you get lucky in a general state that you think the stuff you're looking up would be what you want. But yeah, that kind of security doesn't really exist with VPNs though. I don't think you're less likely to get hacked when it comes to getting your information stolen. The only reason I think majority of the time, and people can correct me, I don't exactly know the market and how it all works, but I think majority of the time people get hacked is because they give their information. They give their password and their email in an email. That general stuff. Because trying to like, this is what my programmer friend kind of told me. Trying to like force a key to fit in a lock takes a long fucking time. And it's extremely long, it's extremely hard, and you're just trying every password in the book. And a lot of companies now can find out that you're trying to force your way into someone's account. So it doesn't really work that way. What's easier to do than trying to fucking force a key inside the fucking hole than send the guy the email saying, hey, you got to log in, there's been a data breach or something. And then he puts in the email and password himself. Right? So
I think the hardest thing is the moment people try to come up with a program or system to keep you safe and protected, there's going to be handfuls of people coming up with stuff that makes whatever system obsolete.
Yeah.
So there's always the people trying to do the bad stuff.
It's a big updating war is what it is. Like security companies and stuff like that online are hiring hackers that are really good at what they do, and they tell them, find weak points in my system so I can improve them. That's what they do. But the thing is, everyone keeps evolving. Everyone keeps adapting. I wouldn't say adapting, updating how to get past certain firewalls, how to get past a simple code that can easily corrupt what they have. Stuff like that. And I'm not a fucking expert in any of this shit. Don't get me wrong. I'm sure there's a bunch of people that'll say in the comments, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. No, I don't really know what the fuck I'm talking about. This is like general things that I've had really good friends tell me how the world works in a really simple setting.